All right, good morning, everyone. We are live. We are up green on the morning. Longs with the market went extremely well. Let's see what we can go over really quickly. Let me make sure our stream is up and running. Green on the morning. Alrighty, we are good. All right, so we see market is up green on the morning. The S&P 500 futures up almost 3% on the morning. Looks like we might be hitting a bit of a resistance. Um, Already locked in profits on a lot of my swings. We'll go over those in just a second. Uh, /NQ, the NASDAQ futures up big as well. Thought we had a little bit more room, maybe just to pull back. We'll see what happens. Natural gas up big on the morning. Almost went long on you guys, but I decided not to. Alrighty, let's take a look at some of my current holdings. SHIB, I'm greening on the trade. I got in here at 0.1379. Um, so at this point, I'm not really expecting much. I think it might have another day or two, and then it breaks up. Oh, hold on. It's not a big position at all. More of just I'll throw some money on and see what happens. Yeah, not a big deal. TQs, I went long. I figured because of the market, I believed the market was going to go up, and it did. There's a lot of rumors, I believe. Oh, what's the company? One of those pharma companies, I believe is mRNA or something like that, uh, announced that they're phase one of their uh, vaccine or something like that. So just good news, huge market push. I think personally, I think the market would have gone up anyways. Maybe not as powerful as it did, uh, but I think it still would have gone up just from technical analysis. Looked like it was about to be a MACD cross. We were clearly at a support on the RSI, and we were crossing over on our EMAs. So I locked in most of my profits at this point. I might lock in more. I don't know. I want to let those 8 run. I'll probably pull up my stop a bit closer. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, even if it plummets back down to my stop, I'm not gonna lose money. I just won't make as much, um, which is fine. I understand that. On my 8 positions that I have left, I'm up $24. So, RCL, again, I think it probably would have been a green trade regardless, but because of the market push, it really expedited that. We were clearly at a support. Remember, I was going short here. I didn't lock in any profits because I thought once it broke that support, we were just going to plummet down to previous lows, but it recovered. So I took an L on that trade, but not a revenge trade. But I did see that we were looking like we were going to be uptrending again. So I got in here, like right about here, which probably not the best entry because we were at somewhat of a resistance along here. We have this resistance in the middle. Um, so yeah, it might not have been the best setup because of that. It could have easily bounced, and it almost looked like about here we were going to bounce, but it was worth a shot, and it paid off. So again, not necessarily the best trade I've ever done, but there's the reality is that in trading there is some luck to it, and just one of those mornings. I mean, we were in a uptrend pattern. We did have bottom, trying to break down, rejected, retested that support, and then we just shot up. It shot up like 7% that day. I got in at the top, like I said. I was expecting if there was a pullback to about here, we can see that there's a little bit of a support right about here. So I had my stop set just below that. I was just going to let it bounce and then recover. But I think the news of the possible vaccine really pushed us up in the morning. So that's good. And that's why I've said this multiple times, but this is such a crazy market to trade in because of that. Because everything right now is so news driven. Um, so RCL, I've sold off most of my position to lock in profits. I have 10 left here, just below resistance. So I'll let it ride. I'm going to pull up my stop probably a little bit more. In fact, I think I'm going to take off another 5 and just let 5 run. Let's do that right now. If I can get filled. There we go. Okay, so now I feel a lot better just letting those 5 run. And if it completely tanks, no big deal. I am going to set sell 5 up here. We're going to edit. We always go, we get rid of day and we go good till canceled. Make sure we're in the correct position. And then we'll confirm and send it. And then we will set our alert, or excuse me, our stop below. Go about here. Sell. Same thing, we're going to edit. We're going to go good till canceled because we're swing traders, so we need to make sure that the trades don't cancel at the end of the day. Remember, this is a stop loss, so we're going to put stop, market correct, and we'll confirm and send, and we want those orders to link. So now we have this. I think that's a good place to put a stop. Maybe a little bit higher if you want to just make sure that you're locking in profits, and we'll send it. It's very possible it does hit that this morning. If it has a big push, we could definitely hit it, but we're already up 12% on the day, so totally fine. Let's take a look at some of these. BBY. We'll take a look at BBY, or excuse me, BBBY. Oh, okay. So, interesting play. We are at a resistance. So let's see if it breaks that. Good profit potential, almost 12%. So, I do have quite alerts set in a minute. Yeah, again, this is probably because of the market push. Again, you could say that there's technicals behind it, and it probably would have, but the market is really aiding in a lot of our longs just flying. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to put this under our potential swings. Alrighty. And then ship. I think I went over ship already. But let's do that again. Up 3.5%. So that's cool. Come on, Thinkorswim. Let me grab my water. I'll be right back. Yeah, we're green, so who knows, maybe we'll hit, wow. It is glitchy this morning. Yeah, so let's put a sell right there. I don't know why I didn't have a sell already, but no biggie. Okay, so we'll sell, go to edit, go till canceled, make sure we're at the correct amount, 3,000 shares. Crypto canceled. Confirm and send. Yes, we want to link orders. And there we go. Ah, that's right. I don't know why it was doing that to me. Oh well. That's right. I forgot it was doing that to me. No biggie. We'll put. Where was my entry? 1379. So, right here. Okay, so I'm going to put my stop just below it. I'm willing to take a little bit of a loss. Sell, edit. Oh, the market is going crazy. And we want a stop at 3,000. Alright, shares are correct. Orders correct. Timing till cancel is correct. And we are good. We are going. Let's see where we are with TQQ. Market's having a bit of a pullback. Let's see where I put my 71.72. Yep, right there. Yeah, I think that's a good place for my stop. You could argue just below, so that way it gives it a little bit more wiggle room. But at this point, I'm up so much on the day, I'm fine. If it's going to plummet that hard, then I'm fine just stopping out. RCL up 13.5%. That is insane. Almost there. I am going to raise my stop to the bottom of the candle because at this point, if it just hard red candle down, then I'm going to lock in profits. But at the same time, I'm going to let it run, see if it can hit that. And it very well might. Market up 2%, NASDAQ futures. We're looking like we're trying to push up. We just need to get this little red candle out. Right now it's a hammer. So hopefully it's not a reversal sign. With the good news and just buying everything up, who knows? Let's look a bit more where we're at. CCL. Yeah, CCL, I could have argued the same thing. Definitely is at a resistance right now. I almost got in as well, but because of this, it didn't seem super attractive. I am going to put this in my potential swings. Because if it goes up, I want it to bounce and then go. I want to trade the uptrend. Right now, we're at a resistance, so it actually might be a good short, but we'll see. RCL pulling back a bit. TQQ, we are pushing up again. We're up to 4.5%. Looks like we're probably going to have to get to 5.5 or 6% to lock in. Same thing, I am going to pull up my stop just because it's such a good trade. I don't want to, if I get stopped out, then I'm fine. Getting stopped out in the green is always a good thing. Yeah, so let's see what's going on. S&P futures, same thing. Oh, it might be turning green, making that last little push. /NQ's being rejected. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it wants to. Not a big sell-off, but definitely not wanting to keep pushing. Looking at the hourly chart, yeah, we're definitely overextended. Could it make one more push? Yeah. I mean, look at it. It's been making all these pushes with the MACD that looks like it's going down. So, we'll see. DGAS down huge. Natural gas up 8.3%. That is insane. Natural gas has been psycho lately, and I'm not going to touch it. NCLH is interesting. If it breaks above here, I'll probably actually get into it in a long-term account I just have in Robinhood. Just because for their CEO to say that they have enough cash on hand for the next 17 months without a single customer is huge. I'm not saying that we're going to get it back up into where we were in the 60s or where it was in the 60s, but is it possible we hit this resistance at 33? Of course. For sure, resistance we could hit here at 18. Let's draw that out. So this is an airline ETF, JETS, JETS. Airlines are very sketch right now. I know the great Warren Buffett sold all his holdings of airlines, and he was never a fan of them to begin with. I think there's a lot more fundamental to it. Probably not, for whatever reason, I'm not sure. I think they run on thin margins to begin with. I think that's probably why. I think he likes a lot of companies with big amount of cash on hand. So we'll see. I will draw a support up here. The thing with this is it's going to be hard to push through that 20 EMA, or excuse me, the 180 SMA. That will be tough. So I have an alert set where I think it might cross. We'll go from there. UCO up big on the day. 14.5% with that little push. That's insane. Again, can't tell. Definitely might. In fact, do I have UCO or USL? I think I have USL in my Robinhood long-term account. So I do have a Robinhood account that's just a little bit of money, not much at all. I just kind of play with a lot of my long-term, I wouldn't even call them swings, just investing, really. I do have some oil shares because, I mean, are we moving away from oil? Of course. But you can argue however bad that this virus is going to be, we will never just overnight leave oil. Cruise lines are not going to just switch to nuclear power on the grid. We're not going to go away from natural gas and oil. Cars, I mean, yeah, we're moving to hybrids and electrics, but it's going to recover. It may never be dominant like it was, but we don't need it to be dominant. We'll take a 25% recovery. Yeah, so we are pulling back a little bit on the day. /NQ, trying to make that final push. Very possible it happens. S&P 500 futures, same thing. Oh, that candle is green, so we might actually be pushing up really quickly. Yeah, so we have our tight stops, but who knows? RCL, definitely, I think we'll get filled one way or another. I don't think it's going to stay perfectly in between my stop and my limit till tomorrow. I don't think so. It's going to hit one or the other. Let's see what else. Some potential swings that I'm liking. Smile Direct Club is a good one. We have a pretty clear line across here in the middle. If it does push up, then I think you can definitely argue we're in an uptrend. Yeah, we had this bit of a pullback, but if we can break here, I think we have a pretty good shot of hitting up here at 27% potential profit. Definitely going to look into that. My thing is where do I get in? If it does break this and all of my EMAs cross, it's going to be looking like a super good pattern, a super good buy. But will it have something like we break here, we come up, pull back a bit, and then shoot up? Who knows? It's very common. A lot of traders don't actually trade the initial break, they only trade the pullback, which is something that I'm definitely looking more into doing because I find myself doing with that a lot. I'll get in and then like it'll pull back and it's looking to test the old resistance as a new support, breaks down a little bit through it, and then I panic and I stop out, and then it recovers. So definitely a good setup here on Smile Direct Club SDC. We'll go from there. BBY, good thing I did not get in. We want to see a bit more of a clear confirmation above. Excuse me. I'm not saying we're not going to get in, but I'm not saying we're not. We already went over NCLH. CCL, we went over this again as well. Looking for that potential pullback. Yeah, I think that's about it right now. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything going on in the Discord chat. Let's take a look. You always have the people just making it like a random calls. Why people trade penny stocks is beyond me. Yeah, not. Some guy said he killed it with CRK. I mean, it looks like at one point it was probably up 10%. Yeah, I mean, hey, good for you. You killed it. KTOV has been a very popular stock. Why is beyond me. I mean, it's up big green. I think I almost did get in with a few shares. Except I think I would have assumed that this was the resistance. So that breakthrough, that would have been scary to hold through. CYH. God, people love swinging penny stocks, and it was beyond me. I mean, I guess technically that's not a penny stock, but that's a scary trade. I mean, hey, paid off, but not my style. Let's see if there's anything else. AMC. AMC is odd. They might go bankrupt. So you gotta be careful with that. If they announce bankruptcy and you're holding it, you are gonna get railed. It's very vulgar, I know, but that's all that's gonna happen. We're definitely in an uptrend. We have higher lows, which is nice. I am actually gonna consider swinging this. I'm gonna put my alerts on. You know, yeah, we'll get in actually. Nothing much, maybe just 50 shares. Let's just take a look. That would be. Oh, okay. I didn't think my auto send was on. It wasn't. I'm looking at the replay and my auto send was not on. Oh, there's. I accidentally clicked it. No biggie. I would have got it anyways, but I'm just curious to see the size. Um, I will set a stop here. Good till canceled. Stop. And my position shares are correct. We'll go for that. At that point, I might as well just lower it a hair more. It's not like those extra pennies are going to kill us. Yeah, we'll go from there. If it uptrends, it has a good amount of potential profit. Wow, yeah, 20%. Solid. So I'm actually going to put this in my current longs, AMC, RCL. Oh, look at that. RCL, one last push. Might get filled. Oh, we're so close. Push, push. NASDAQ futures. It does not want to finish. S&P 500. Oh, so close. The market, the bulls and the bears. DGAS up down 21%. Anyone was long in DGAS? You got messed up. Sweet, the sell. I think that's going to do it for this morning. Up big on the morning. My best days in a while right now. I'm up 240, 245 on the day. So awesome to see. Should be getting filled soon with most of my orders, one way or another, either stopping out or hitting my limits. My AMC down a buck, no biggie. So we will see from there where we're going. Let's keep an eye on SDC and AMC. Again, SDC, if it does break that resistance, I'm just going to get in with a very small position because I'm going to expect a pullback. But at the same time, if not, then that small position I'll let ride. So we're going to do the same thing with AMC. Well, I'm already in AMC, but into the pullback. So hopefully this is the pullback on AMC, and if we go up, then great, we'll keep going. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay green. Join our Discord chat. Join our Facebook group. We're much more than just traders. We're also personal finance and real estate investors. We're going to be coming out with more content within this next year. Is going to be great. Super excited to bring that to you. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great